And hello, everybody.
Hi.
All right, so we're here for episode two, and our first thing we're going to do is last time we got bit. We're a wolf man.
Or how I would like to see it as basically winter time is kicked in and I haven't shaved yet.
That could be correct. So we're going to pick that quest up from Granny. He's going to release us from stockade fight.
And of course, as you can see, that I went with white, and of course he's went with black. So I guess we're salt and pepper shakers running around.
Uh, yeah, you could go with that.
And a little bit of slice of life just makes everything nice.
Yeah, we'll turn this into credit, and we'll get a quest to pick up some ingredients.
And well, okay, we got
Where's that mailbox? Hold on, there it is. Did we pick that up already? Yeah, we did. Okay. I couldn't remember if we had picked up the anniversary thing or not.
yeah. You brought that up the last time about how we was leveling so fast. Oh, by the way, I hope you guys had a great and wonderful Thanksgiving. Okay, we survived it. We survived a lot of things, and my husband survived my mother. So kudos to him.
I deserve a medal. And we have a little video here. Oh no, it's the Forsaken.
Kind of like the Forsaken. I kind of see him as no, the in-laws are here. Run away.
Yeah, we'd definitely be going for that route. Target him. So last time I talked, I said that I was going to be going Fury Warrior, and I believe you said you were going to be going Restro.
Of course, pocket healer is always good to have.
So I did some test runs, and it was like I'm a pally tank that through and through. But I was like, this. I used to Warrior Tank, and I haven't played Warrior Tank in I don't know a couple of years. So I gave it a try, and I was like, this incarnation is not what I remembered, but it's not that bad. So I may actually go tank, but there will be no dungeoning until we get out of Gilneas today.
Yeah, if they don't let you in, no matter how much you want to go in.
Where's that other quest at?
And technically, my husband said I should have been a mage since I just like to go around killing things. But I kind of see it as you know, build up anger issues really.
Well, I picked that up from somebody else, actually. So, anybody who's watching this, I'm sure, has heard of Mike Preach. If you go in and check out his videos on the history of WoW, did one specifically on the mage. He specifically mentions classic mages of mages didn't want to do anything unless it had to do with murder, mayhem, and killing. So, yeah.
So get that whole Merlin thing completely out of your head. They are not about being peace loving or not at all.
No, especially the fire mage. Burn everything to the ground. And we got a little bit of an upgrade there.
So I'm running around gathering up these barrels.
Put it on its head. Boom.
course, it's always good to have, your husband be a tank or a warrior or anything like that, paladin, because especially when you're going around picking fights, and I pick fights a lot, and sometimes I pick so much, it's beyond, like, hey, that's also another good thing too, is that when you're mad at your significant other and you want to get across that you're mad at them, and of course they're the tank and you're the healer. I would just go pulling nuts and he'd be like, "You mad?" Be like, "What was your first guess?" He said, "When you pulled everything in the room and let me die."
That was not a fun experience.
Well, it was kind of better than Brighton basically like taking a piece of bread and tapping tap fu in it and then cooking the bread so he actually knew I was mad at him. That was like a whole nother way of saying I'm mad at you.
Okay, yeah, but in my own defense, in that it actually helped in the long run because in that fighting is always obviously always sucks. Not very articulate to it, but when your spouse goes or whoever you're playing with, a friend, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever have you, uh, pulls all that on you, it gives you the opportunity to test your skills. Did you pick up professions, Ben?
Not yet. Not yet.
Okay, they're in this house if you want to grab them real fast.
Let's see. I think I'm going to go. Of course, my favorite is alchemy, and then of course I'm gonna be an herbalist.
With me being making new characters on the alliance, I don't think I have an engineer. I know I don't have a jewel crafter.
Well, and some of the potions that you do get to start to make really start to have like spell power and all that. The spell elixir that increases your spell powers and everything. Awesome, awesome! It like really increases it so it does more damage. So just like a rogue, you know how you want to kind of poison up all your little daggers and stuff before you go into battle. As soon as you enter the dungeon, start popping your elixirs and potions like crazy. So that way you will make it high up on the damage bar when you start casting.
Well, that's also a good point for if you are going to, and this is mainly more for new people, if you're going to try to get into a raiding guild, they're going to expect you to have things like enchants and uh, food buffs, stuff like that, anytime that you're going to go do a major raid. So you may log on like an hour beforehand just to get your stuff done. Okay, we're going to go rescue some kids. And okay, over there is probably going to murder a bunch of people.
And you know why I feel like these kids are lost is because they probably asked quite a few times, "Mommy, Daddy, why are we doing this? Mommy, Daddy, why are we hiding from all the good people? Mommy, Daddy, hiding from all the dead people because they want to eat you."
That is very possible.
I did not know this, but then you know what I found out? Kids will ask you why at least 250 times to 300 times when they're little a day.
Unfortunately, that's not an exaggeration. Shit, I probably turned my sound effects on. Let me get my system.
Well, Cynthia kid didn't count for me.
She didn't.
No, no. Oh crap! Right now.
Or
Now I
that.
did.
All right, I got that. And get me an herb or a mine over there.
Then we gotta get on the bulldozers and go to the boats. Who doesn't want to go to the boats? I mean, that's kind of like, gambling people. Hey, you want to go to the boat? Sure, why not?
Can't do it. All right, you got the first one.
Yep. And this is
Time
where
for
it also
dallying.
pays to
Hail,
have
traveller.
someone, in your group, that you've taught and everything is because it makes stuff a whole lot faster, easier.
Just aim that right about there. Try not to overshoot it.
His aim was never good to begin with.
Ha ha. Oh, you're a riot, babe.
It's usually me that has to do the shooting.
That's just cruel.
Focus, focus.
Movie time here now, is it? Well, honestly, if we're gonna call movie time, but the way you played, it's John Wick all over again.
Did you get in there and kill him yet?
Yeah, I'm right beside him.
I'll try to give you a good after you get off the boat.
And
And he did it. We'll go ahead and get a flower. Every time I say flower, I think of the skunk off of Bambi. It's a pretty flower.
the one thing I don't like is the way they redid skills. And when they redid the leveling system, I really do not like the way they did it. And I was thinking about this earlier before we started. Some classes are very lucky, like the Affliction Warlock gets most of their spells really early. Where, on the other hand, something like the Enhancement Shaman, they don't get Crashed Lightning until like 40. I think it's like 38.
Well, it's like what I don't like is I used to be a really good priest heals, really good. And but then all of a sudden they changed it, and when they did it down in the basement,
Yeah, you're right.
then when they changed it, it became so difficult that I was just like, oh, I just don't understand this. I am too new at this to
Get gabbing or
try
get
to
going.
understand it.
That's enough gabbing for me today.
Well, they changed things a lot of ways. I mean, if you could look back to Wrath of the Lich King, I know you weren't playing at that time, but the Discipline Priest was nothing more than bubble, 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 bubble. Throw bubbles all the way around. As soon as they fall off, throw more bubbles. That was it. I need to find someone to sell to.
In here, I'm standing right next to him.
Am I? There.
I had to say this, but I drank some of that like stuff in here. You know how it's supposed to make you drunk and stuff. My character has a stronger tolerance to alcohol than I do.
That's true. Okay, you got to find me because I can't find anybody.
Down here in the basement where you're trying to quest.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, she just popped 5 and it barely affected her vision. If I
Paying customers only.
one line cooler, I'm probably on the floor. I know a lot of people who's listening is probably going, really? Yeah.
Pop in anytime.
Yes, you would. But another one doesn't drink that much. And another one now. What's this quest? Oh, the Dark Ranger.
I go run for Lady Savannah's.
I forgot I don't have 2 things to charge yet.
And I only got 1 healing. Oh, so this is a good thing. So now, before we can even get our rounds or anything, what we can do now is we can go into our running form. And since we are level 10, now we get to choose.
Running wild requires your apprentice riding skill.
Oh, it does? Oh.
They must have changed that. You know, I never even selected a. Did you choose your spec?
Yeah, but I'm a little bit troubled now. Because the ranger came back.
I'm on my way.
She popped up faster than my mother-in-law does when. I think I got her.
You did. Right as I taunted.
Run away! Now, this is something I've noticed. Okay, so my character has green eyes, but what they have done is when you go into cat form, my cat has blue eyes.
I've never noticed that.
So apparently the new changes to the eyes and stuff
What now?
only eventually go to the character and not a retrospect. See how that room's shaking?
Yeah.
You know what I consider that as? I get that strange feeling when I sense my mother-in-law coming near me.
Pot and kettle.
For Gilneas.
And we're going to save some people from dying in here. 4 of them. Now, this is another one of those things where if you have someone to play with,
It goes a lot faster.
Yeah.
Now, here's something that some people may not know. If you play, okay, the Forsaken, then you don't have to worry about breathing water. If you play a Warlock, you have the underwater breathing spell. So if you didn't know that, just like throw that out there. The rest of us has got to watch our breathing and everything. So if you play the Forsaken, you can start singing Under the Sea because basically you won't die because technically you're already dead.
And then
For my people.
if you play a shaman, then you don't even have to worry about it because you can just walk on the water.
You know what? The Beatles got in trouble for that.
Yeah, I think they did. And this next quest, we're going to run up and do evacuation and speak to Gwen Ostend in Dusk Haven. Grab this mine real fast.
And by the way, you definitely, if you've never played before and you like to want to level fast, taking a gathering will get you extra points and stuff to get you to your goal faster. But that's also something you have to keep in mind too, that if you know your partner is doing a production, which means they're like jewel crafting and stuff like that, they're not going to get any XP. Unlike if you take a gathering profession.
Any friend of Greymane is a friend of mine.
It's also a great way to get money when you're first starting out.
Keep your chin up, eh?
Okay, did you make it up in... Oh, there you are. Did you get all 3 quests?
I'm working on it. Alright, let's go do this. Let's go talk to grandma.
Uh-oh.
And I have to say this, and I'll honestly say this. When we talk to grandma, she is not ready to go. It's exactly like my mother.
What is it?
I think you're really not even getting close.
Oh, I am so getting close.
No. 3 to 4 hour wait. And we're going to take this quest and we're going to go catch these horses.
Keep an eye on the big guy too.
That's an Eaton. He will kill you. Like he's chasing after me.
Maker. You're not paying attention. I mean, like, how can you miss the big, tall dude in the room?
Make it quick.
No, reality, that's pretty scary, you know. Have a big person chase you and eat you.
Yeah. I think that is kind of scary.
With 2 heads. I mean, I know 2 heads are better than 1, but there are some people that does not use either.
That's half a society.
Okay, so here's grandma.
Yeah.
And just like my mother.
What can I do
These
for
pictures
you?
of the grandkids, so cute.
And she's not ready.
And
Farewell.
Not ready. And in fact, he's going to be spending about 2 to 3 hours of getting her ready. Like we told my mother, Thanksgiving, the holidays is right around the corner. Are you going to do it? No!
What's the first? The book. The book's over here. You picking fights again.
book. Okay, we gotta take it to Grandma. This money off the dead people.
And we'll turn this
What's the
in,
story?
and that'll be the end for this episode. And we will see you all next time.
Bye. Have a wonderful night. Keep safe out there.